Hello there, my beautiful people. Martin Pavey here. Welcome back to the channel. All in my green today, in the lovely greenness of Chatsworth Park, my favourite place on earth, frankly. Do you find, I certainly do, that I'm always asking, you know, that it's not lost on me. I come out with a lot of truisms, but it's not lost on me that I come out with a lot of, I wouldn't say esoteric, but kind of spiritual advice. And what you'll find is that as you go through these videos, you'll probably be able to chart from when I started them at the beginning of this year, when I was in prolific periods of activity and getting a lot of stuff done. But then, you know, as is my wont, is to kind of fall to the ground, get a bit exhausted, but then, you know, pick myself back up and dust myself off, you know, and then keep moving. And I've come up with 4 magical words that I actually think do genuinely help, that if you focus on these each day, that you'll make your life a lot better. And these 4 magical words are doing, making, growing, and creating. And it applies to both spiritual and physical matters. We call it materialistic matters. You want to be creating a really great life. You want to be creating fantastic surroundings and environments for yourself, but you also want to be growing to understand that where you are, as hard as this can be sometimes, where you are is exactly where you're meant to be. And it's all based on everything that you have done before. And I've talked a lot, and I think a lot of people struggle with me saying this, but I do not believe in mistakes. I don't. I see that there are always lessons to learn, and yet there are some impulsive decisions that in retrospect you look back on and think, God, that was fucking stupid. Maybe you do. But the thing is, we're always reacting internally. We're always reacting to everything that has come before. The conditioning that you're breaking or doing your best to break all the time. But you want to make something of yourself, you know? And I think there's no doubt that there's been a lot of drama in my life, a lot of which I have created myself, a lot. And I think that I have to accept that at, I wouldn't say an advanced age of 43, but at the age of 43, I think I do have to admit to myself that I do quite like and sort of love the drama. And I'm almost, I think that's actually what I'm really addicted to, because there's an immediacy and excitement about drama, but often it's not healthy. And, you know, it can land you in positions that are sort of a little bit difficult to sort of dig yourself out of. But I do also fundamentally believe that there is always time to actually, a lot of people say to turn your life around, but I would say to get back on track, to establish what it is that you really love doing, and establishing and creating, you know, discovering that divine spark that's in us all, that is actually always guiding us along. But sometimes it can be very, very easy to stray from the path and get yourself into trouble. But nothing is ever as bad as it seems, you know. I can't talk about, and none of us can talk about anybody else's circumstances, right? But I think that giving into doom and despair is what actually drives people down. It's not the external circumstances. It's how we ourselves actually react and respond to them. And if you're not a curious and introspective person who wants to make your life better, then it's very, very hard to teach, you know, and you have to want to improve your life if you're going to make it better. And I think that a lot of people, I've created drama, but I've come through it, and I've come out better than when I went into the trauma, because I did study philosophy, and I sort of at the time felt like it was a bit of a random decision, but actually it turns out it was the exact right thing for me to do at that time. And I met fantastic people, I read fantastic books, and some of the philosophers that I studied I'm going back to and seeing, you know, reading them and understanding them with a whole new set of eyes, a whole new outlook on life. So make something of yourself, or don't. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, you know. I'm not actually telling you at all what to do in these videos. It is entirely up to you. But I had an email from a friendly viewer the other day who was asking for my services, and you know, the email exchange will continue or not continue, but I know that by being consistent with these videos, I've had a little bit of a blip, I must admit, and I do apologise for having missed a few days recently. You know, didn't feel good about it, but you know, it's done, and I'm back, and I find that actually just recording the videos in itself is a really, really powerful, you know, powerful thing to do, you know, to create these videos, to make something of myself, to spread a really important and powerful messages. We all have this stuff at our fingertips, and there are some times that even though there are decisions that we make that we know are damaging for us, you know, the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other, sometimes we make destructive decisions, but it's never ever too late. There's always the opportunity of crystallizing what you want your life to look like, and there's always the support out there if you really, really want it. martinpavey.co.uk, and you will see Be a Man of Purpose on the bottom menu. Please click on there, arrange your session with me, and I look forward to seeing you whenever and wherever that it will help you. Thank you very much, God bless, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Ciao for now.